Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome, everyone, to The Deep Dive. This is where we cut through all the noise, all the speculation, and get you smartly informed. Fast.
Yeah, get you right up to speed.
Exactly. And today, oh boy, we are diving into something I know so many of you have been waiting for, like really eagerly anticipating.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking, of course, about the final season of Stranger Things. Season 5.
The grand finale.
It is. So our mission today, we're going to distill basically every key bit of info, every essential nugget known so far about this epic conclusion. We've got the source material and we're digging in.
Right.
The goal is simple. When we're done here, you are going to walk away with a really clear picture, maybe even some surprising details about the last chapter of this, well, this absolutely beloved show.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is just how much official information is actually, out there already, even for a show that's usually pretty tight-lipped. We've pulled together insights from excerpts of things like Stranger Things, Season 5, the final chapter, related articles, those little teasers they drop, official announcements.
All of the good stuff.
All of it, yeah. So this deep dive, it's really designed to give you that comprehensive overview, but maybe also connect a few dots, things you might not have considered about what's coming when the Upside Down makes its final stand.
Okay, excellent. So let's jump right in. The big question, probably the one everyone asks first.
Uh-huh.
How is Netflix actually going to release this? Are they doing the usual, drop it all at once binge thing?
Yeah.
Or shaking it up for the end?
They're absolutely shaking things up. Yeah, it's a pretty unique approach this time. A staggered release definitely breaks their usual mold.
Oh, interesting. How does it break down?
Okay, so Season 5 is going to land in 3 distinct parts, all in late 2025. First, you get Volume 1. That's 4 episodes hitting on November 26th.
Okay, Thanksgiving week for the U.S., folks.
Right. Then Volume 2, which has 3 more episodes, drops right on Christmas Day, December 25th.
A little Christmas present there.
Exactly. And then the grand finale, just one single episode, arrives on December 31st, New Year's Eve.
Wow. Okay, 3 drops. November 26th, December 25th, December 31st. That's quite a strategy. Spread it across the holidays like that.
It is.
Do you think, does that risk kind of diluting the buzz? Or is it maybe a smart way to, keep people talking for longer, build that anticipation over weeks instead of days?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And while, sure, some people definitely prefer the full binge dump.
Right, just devour it all.
Yeah. But this staggered thing, I think it's more than just hitting holiday viewing numbers. It feels like a strategic play to, dominate the social media conversation across 3 separate periods.
Keep the hype train going.
Pretty much. It
Yeah.
forces a longer engagement cycle, totally different from how Netflix usually does things. It might even suggest the story is just so dense that even 8 episodes need room to breathe. Each drop is its own mini event.
Okay, that makes sense. Gives us more time to process
Yeah.
and probably brace ourselves for what sounds like it's going to be a pretty brutal final season.
Yeah, brutal might be the right word.
So speaking of brutal, let's dive into the actual plot details we have.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like things in Hawkins are, well, not looking good. What's
Yeah.
the setup? What are they facing right at the start?
Not good at all, no. So the season kicks off in the fall of '87, and Hawkins itself is described as being just absolutely scarred, from the rifts opening up to the Upside Down.
Right, from the end of season 4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our heroes, the main group, they're finally back together, which is good, but their main goal, their primary mission, is to find Vecna and kill him, basically.
Okay, the big bad.
The big bad. But here's the twist. He's vanished, mysteriously disappeared.
Vanished. Wait, gone.
Gone, which makes their job already huge, monumentally harder. The sources really suggest this isn't Vecna giving up. It's more like a terrifying escalation. Something worse is brewing.
Wow. Okay, vanished Vecna. That's a curveball. I was sort of hoping for a slightly more straightforward final fight, but hey, Stranger Things, right?
Never simple.
Never simple. So, okay, Vecna's missing. Hawkins is scarred. What else is going on? Are the government forces still messing things up, or have they maybe backed off a bit with this huge upside-down threat?
Oh, there's still very much a factor. A significant obstacle is how it's put. They've basically put Hawkins under military quarantine.
Whoa, locked down.
Locked down, turned it into a contained zone. And this seems to have really intensified their hunt for Eleven. So she's forced into hiding.
Oh, man. So she's being hunted while trying to save the world again.
Pretty much, yeah. Adds another layer of tension for her, for sure. And if you tie this all together, the source material is really clear. as they approach the 4th anniversary of Will Byers' first disappearing.
Right, where it all started.
A final ultimate battle is looming, and the darkness they're facing. It's described as more powerful and deadly than before. It's going to require the entire group, the whole party, to stand together one last time.
Oof, that one last time bit. That really lands hard. It just screams stakes, like the highest possible stakes.
Absolutely.
So with all that going on, this massive threat, who are we actually going to see?
Yeah.
Is the whole gang back for this final fight? Any surprising new faces joining them?
Yeah, it looks like pretty much all the beloved faces are confirmed to return. You've got Winona Ryder, David Harbour, Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, Noah Schnapp, Sadie Sink, Caleb McLaughlin, Gaten Matarazzo, basically everyone you'd expect.
The core group.
The core group, yeah. And what's interesting, too, Amy Beth McNulty, you know Vicky, she's been promoted to the main cast.
Oh, cool.
And there's one really big, quite impactful new addition. Linda Hamilton is joining the cast.
Linda Hamilton. Wow. Like Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton.
The one and only, yeah, joining the final season.
Okay, that's genuinely exciting casting. Her just being there suggests a certain intensity, doesn't it?
It really does.
What does that signal, do you think, her casting? Does it elevate the stakes somehow, or maybe hint at the themes they're going for in this last act?
I think it's a huge signal, yeah. Having Linda Hamilton isn't just like a cool 80s callback to her action roles.
Right, more than just fan service.
Exactly. Her presence, especially given the characters she's famous for, it really hints at a deep dive into themes of like relentless pursuit, fighting against absolute overwhelming odds. It suggests the show is really aiming high, bringing in someone synonymous with that kind of survival battle. It could mirror Eleven's own journey, maybe, in a really powerful, mature way.
That's a great point, connecting her legacy directly to the story. Okay, so it definitely feels like the creators are pulling out all the stops. They want this ending to really count. What do we know about the production itself? How are the Duffer Brothers and Sean Levy approaching this final push?
Well, filming is done. It wrapped. And the reports are that the Duffers, Sean Levy, the whole team, they've basically poured everything they have into getting this conclusion right, making it satisfying.
You hear that a lot, but it feels different for this show.
It does. And they're not just promising, bigger. They're explicitly saying it's going to be more intense than prior ones.
More intense than season 4. That was pretty intense.
Right. And if you look at the teasers they've put out, even the tiny glimpses, they really lean hard into that feeling. Themes of like dread, real terror, heartbreak. It reflects that promised intensity.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces. They look unsettling. What specific things in those teasers really jumped out at you as pointing towards that dread and terror?
Well, they're clearly very deliberate with the imagery. You see all the military personnel swarming Hawkins, right? That visual of the town itself, like physically scarred and changed.
Yeah, the upside down bleeding through.
Exactly. And these really unsettling shots of Demogorgons, but like within the town, in that urban landscape. It suggests the invasion is really happening full scale. They're careful not to give away actual plot points, obviously, but they absolutely establish this chilling, like, existential threat atmosphere, confirms what the characters are up against. And one more thing. They revealed the title of the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 501 is titled The Crawl.
The Crawl. Okay, that does not sound pleasant. Definitely ominous. Suggests a struggle, a difficult journey right from the start.
Doesn't sound like a fun walk in the park, no.
Okay, whew.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take in. So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Well, it means you are seriously equipped. You've got the essential intel on Stranger Things Season 5. You know about that unique release plan, 3 parts, late 2025, November 26th, December 25th, ending right on New Year's Eve. A really strategic play to keep us all hooked. It's 8 episodes in total. Hawkins is scarred. Vecna has vanished, which is terrifying. Government's still hunting 11, and there's this huge final battle coming against a darkness unlike anything before.
Yeah.
And your favorites are back, plus the really exciting and, as we discussed, strategically important addition of Linda Hamilton. It's all shaping up, according to the creators, to be the most intense, most emotional season yet. You're basically ready.
And, this really raises an important question, I think. After almost a decade, right, we've watched these characters grow up literally alongside the audience in some cases.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
It really has. So now, facing this darkness more powerful and deadly than before, what does it actually mean for them to stand together for one last time? What's the real emotional weight of that final stand going to be? How does that define the legacy of this whole story? A story that's just captured millions, especially when you think about themes like loss and sacrifice and maybe the unseen costs of being a hero. What does that last stand truly signify? Makes you think.